Hi, I'm Mike. I'm done thinking that it's a stage or some sort of tantrum from Mother Nature, and I'm beginning to believe that winter is here to stay. On the ranch, that means we get everything we don't need put away until spring, and that's on the project list on our Wyoming Life. Welcome back to the project list. The project list is simply a list that I keep right here in the shop of things that need done around the ranch. It's nothing special. You can do it at home. In fact, the board really isn't even a whiteboard or a dry erase board. It's a piece of bathroom wall board that you can buy at Home Depot for about 15 bucks. And it works just fine. It does its job, which to me is it actually gives me somewhere to look when I need something to do and reminds me every time that I walk by that the ranch never sleeps. As we cross things off, we add more, and for me, that's just job security. The day everything's done on the ranch, I'm out of a job, and y'all have an extra 10 minutes every few days to kill. Before that happens, please subscribe and come along with me as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary, right here on our family ranch in Northeast Wyoming. Winter is early this year. This time of year, we should be getting a little bit of snow, and it does get cold at night, but during the day, we should still be experiencing temperatures in the 40s. For us, that's fall. But this year, we pretty much skipped right over fall and went straight to this white stuff on the ground. Yesterday, our high was 25 degrees. It snowed all day, and today, well, we have a bit of a heat wave as we're going to be almost doubling our high from yesterday and getting to about 50 degrees. That'll cause some of the snow to melt, and because the ground isn't quite frozen yet, it'll create mud. And since we like going to work clean and coming home dirty, it's a perfect day to work outside. Everything we don't need over the winter needs to be stashed away somewhere, and it can't just be anywhere. We need to be able to get to it, just in case we need it. If it's a vehicle, we might need to plug it in, or have a battery tender on it, or take the battery out altogether and store it somewhere else. I've kind of gotten a head start on this project over the last couple of months. A while ago, we moved the pigs from their long shed that they've been living in over the last few years to a new home in the corrals. In fact, just over a week or so ago, we made them a nice little apartment in the shop to get out of the winter cold, and it's working great. They love being able to sleep inside. Outside, in their old shed, I did a ton of work, cleaning it out completely, bringing in new dirt, and eventually some rock to make a new storage area for equipment. A majority of our winter weather blows in out of the north, so this shed is strategically placed with an opening to the south. That protects everything inside from the weather, animals, or steel. We've already stashed in here the fire truck, the Model T, and the Bobcat. We have power, so we can run trickle chargers on the vehicles, and we know that they'll start if we need them. Being able to store some of the equipment in this shed frees up some room in our big storage areas for winter. That is the former sales barn on the ranch. Now, we still call it the sales barn. Up until the early 1990s, bull sales were held right here in this barn. Bleachers held hundreds of people as they bid on Hereford bulls that were known all over the West as Barkley Herefords. Those days are long gone. And the sales ring, the bleachers, all of that has been removed. But the building is still very important to the ranch. During the summer, it becomes another workshop. In October, it becomes our hunter cabin and retreat. And in the winter, it's a place to keep some of our most valuable equipment out of the weather, in good condition, and ready to work again in the spring. The sales barn fills up quickly as the tractors that we use during haying are placed inside. The 4055, our largest tractor, and the 6410, a backup to our feeding tractor, which we use daily. We also get the baler in here. Four-wheelers, lawnmowers, and anything else that we can squeeze in. All tucked away and powered up and ready for a long nap before spring. Some vehicles, however, don't get a break, and some equipment is required to work no matter what the temperature is outside. The feeding tractor, a John Deere 6420, is kept on the other side of the shop, an area that's heated to about 45 degrees and pretty much my headquarters for the winter. Another tool that never gets a break is our John Deere Gator, a 2011 825i that just went through an engine replacement. And although it tried to die and leave the ranch forever, we were able to give it new life and keep it in the ring for hopefully years to come. Normally in winter, it's stashed in the shop as well until we need it. Calving, putting out extra food, checking fence, or just a way to get from one side of the ranch to the other without freezing to death, the Gator has become one of the most valuable assets on the ranch. Probably why we already went through one engine. This year, however, we're going to try to do something a little bit new with the Gator. Maybe I'm just getting older. Maybe, just maybe, I'm getting a little bit wiser, and this year I would love to be able to keep the Gator closer to home. We have a garage attached to our house with Erin's Yukon in it and my Firebird. There's no room for the Gator to fit. It would be nice to be able to just head out into the garage each morning, jump in the Gator and head straight out. Maybe go to the shop, or just go straight to feed, or maybe directly to the field without making some room, though there's no way we can do it. Now, Erin refuses to let her car sit outside, and who can blame her? And the Firebird, well, I really don't have anywhere else to put it. But I do have a plan. A Harbor Freight just opened in Gillette, the closest town to us. And yesterday, after picking up the girls from school, I picked up these. These are car wheel dollies. They cost about $50 a pair, which, by the way, is the dumbest way to package these things. Most cars I've ever owned or seen, well, they have 4 tires. But hey, I'm sure some guy in marketing, a genius out there, figured out that he said, let's package them in pairs and we'll make them seem cheaper that way. Either way, I bought 2 pairs to make 4 dollies, one for each tire. Like a lot of stuff at Harbor Freight, these are manufactured by Pittsburgh Automotive. Pittsburgh Tools and Accessories, they're the house brand of Harbor Freight, like Craftsman was the house brand of Sears. Over the years, I've found that Pittsburgh tools, if you don't use them every day, seem to work just as well as any others. But keep in mind that Harbor Freight is a discount store, so don't expect everything to be a winner. I've never used car dollies before, but I've always wanted to, and it can't be that hard. Our goal is to move the Firebird up and out of the way for winter storage, giving us room to park the Gator in here for winter work. We can move Erin's Yukon out of the way to avoid playing bumper cars and sweep the floor so we don't end up with a piece of grit or a rock foiling our plans. Then it's just a matter of pushing and seeing what happens. Okay, here's the problem. First, I'm pretty sure that this would take a couple of guys, maybe 3, to pull off. Second, I don't have a bit of traction. Wet floor, slick concrete, and it's not going to work today. So we go with plan B. Move the car as close to the wall as we can. No pushing, no pulling. And there we go. Maybe the only good thing these things are for is skating around. I guess it's still a win. The Gator fits in our garage now, which might save some cold, windy, late night walks to the shop to get it, to head out in the wind and cold to do something that I'll probably have to do out in the wind and cold. But I guess at least I'll be warm for a few extra minutes. And the car dollies, well, they'll be good for something. Just not sure what that is for, what it is yet. For now, they'll go on a shelf until we need them. And who knows, we might find something to do with them that nobody's ever dreamed of before. Thanks for coming along today. We managed to get the tractors and the baler put away. That's a good thing. And with more winter weather on the way, I'm sure that there'll be plenty more that needs none. Please hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. We tackle the project list every Tuesday, and we have videos 3 times per week. And you can even head over to a little channel called Beyond the Ranch for all the behind the scenes action. I hope to see you there. Until then, have a great week, and thanks for joining us in our Wyoming Life.